Hello, welcome back to Race Space for Monday Night Battle Circuit. Joining me on commentary, as usual, for this Battle Circuit Championship, K9. How's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going good. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad for Monday, you know what I mean? Getting through it, as they say. But,
as good as it can be.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're not racing yourself, you know. This is.
Yeah.
I found my peak about midday, you know, when I stopped for lunch. So, yeah, back for Battle Circuit, Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya Club. So it's good circuit. This. Do you like my
good accent? Good accent.
I don't know whether it is Spanish or it was just a bit more Mexican, probably. But we cater for everyone. You know.
Yeah, I think we got everyone in the lobby. I did some checks earlier. We have Tiger in here. Yeah, there we got Tiger. So we got 3 Janettas.
Yeah, quite a good
cool.
full lobby there. Just missing the odd couple of drivers.
Right, I just want to double. Oh, it's already going.
Too late. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
There's no going back.
So we'll see here who's what.
Yeah, see if we can get. I think it was only De Napoli that was missing. And Charlie,
yeah,
was it?
Charlie, but yeah. Charlie hasn't raced with us yet, but he did register before the last race, so he's been registered for a while. He just hasn't shown up to the races yet, so we haven't seen him out on track.
It's a shame. It's proved some good close racing this championship. But, dry conditions as well so far. Whiston out on pole for these three laps, kind of qualifying laps.
Yeah, so I think he'll do well with that. He's been doing well in the championship so far. Callum joining him at the front there. Volpeaks also. Volpeaks we saw the last time around. As soon as he's released, he's got some serious pace. I think did he win the last 2 races of Battle Circuit? He won the Austria one at Red Bull Ring, and he won Nürburgring as well.
Yeah, I think he's really turned it on to this mid-season of the championship.
Did say he's feeling a bit sick today, so that's lucky for all the other guys, hopefully.
Yeah, wishing him the best anyway on recovery. If hope it's not too bad.
I see we got a fan here on the chat, Atomic Napalm. I think that's Palm's brother, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, right.
Good to see some more fans here. We'll take a look there. Where's Palm? Palm's starting 5th, so he's in the green car with the mouse.
Got Kenny alongside him as well, so he could. That
was an interesting camera. So obviously this is more of a practice. There's no points for this race, but it does determine where they start in the next race. So it is important for positioning in race 1.
See, just lots of close contact.
Kenny already up into 2nd.
Yeah, worked his way through already.
Back where Palm is, and Palm in 3rd as well.
Good moves.
So good job from those 2 guys. I like this whole track. This whole track, you can, if you get it right, you can do some awesome drifting here. Obviously, probably not too great on the tires for the longer laps, but it's an awesome track. I like it a lot.
Definitely is. Good gaggle of cars there. Callum, Gutterpunk and Joff, I think, dicing for position.
Gutterpunk just came through, but Joff's now through, so he's side by side by Joff and Gutterpunk. Callum is doing pretty well here. He's done not too bad in a lot of the races he's been doing lately. Maybe just getting a bit more used to the game. I saw him practicing Project Cars the other day, and I got excited. I thought maybe he's practicing, and I sent him a message. I said, "Are you practicing Project Cars 2, and he said no, he's practicing Project Cars 1. So I said, why?
Wrong game.
So
maybe he's starting back to basics, and he's going to start get the feeling for Project Cars 1 and then nail it in Project Cars 2. But meanwhile, Whiston back out, still out in front, should I say, and Kenny not able to close that.
For a move there on Gutter Punk, he goes around the outside.
I think that's two laps on a row where they've come round that corner side by side. So
yeah, very close. So if they sort of stay together in races, we should see some good racing from those two. They seem pretty evenly matched. Who's that there? Oh, I think they're coming up on the back marker. That's why we've got the caution logo next to their name. Let's take a look here. There's quite a lot of cars here. It's Callum Phillies just up the inside there. I think is the race already complete, or are they a lap back?
No, I think it's that completes the.
Okay.
It's quite a short circuit. It's quite a high-speed circuit as well, really. For the you're not no real
it's
tight.
Not too much braking. You're kind of throwing it. It's going to be interesting to see how the Ginetta, like we've seen on many tracks, the Ginetta can be affected by the layout of the track and how tight some of the turns are. They should, to be honest, maybe be pretty evenly matched here, because like you say, there's no sharp turns really.
Yeah.
So I think on pace, the Ginettas, maybe even down as a straight, if they've already built up enough speed, could be a bit quicker than the light car. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So that's the starting order for race 1. Just remember when we get to the races, I don't know if you did it, I haven't looked on the stream, but just to scroll down.
I've got that nailed. Scrolled up, scroll down, up and down.
I see Palms just said thanks, bro, so it is his brother.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's an 8-lap race, but obviously the first lap is a rolling start, so it's going to be made 9 laps. Let's get going.
Oh.
So there you can see the track map as we load in.
Yeah, it's I do like some of these turns, even in that yellow section. The
you can drift that whole section almost if you get it right.
Or as the fast people would say, if you get it wrong. Because they're not drifting. They're not drifting it, but
that's the difference between them and us. As we look at it, where can we drift it? They're saying where do we hold the line?
I know it's not relevant because it's going to be a rolling start, but I like the way Poleman gets angled into that first corner on this layout.
I wonder if it does that every race though. Did it do that in the last time?
Yeah, it did. I noticed Whiston was angled like that when he was on pole.
As long as it doesn't angle him facing the wrong way like it did to Palm last season. The only man to have started backwards in a race ever.
I've never seen that ever before, but
he did a good job though. He just handbraked it, I think, and whipped it around, and he was racing in no time. So
I think, I think he caught up with the pack as well, didn't he? Thinking back. So it's going to have to just sort themselves out on this formation lap. You can see a lot of the guys in wrong positions already. A few people making a fair few adjustments, I'd say.
Yeah, it's
maybe not happy. Not happy in them free laps that they've just had a bit of a tester.
So I don't know, I think Whiston's been pretty solid this season, but I don't think he's picked up a win this season so far. So he's a guy to watch for sure. Also Joff, has Joff picked up a win this season?
Not that I've seen, but they've always been towards the front of the pack, haven't they? They've always been in the fight.
Gutpunk had a interesting angle there off the start line. Don't know how they go to that camera angle sometimes. They don't always do it.
So Whiston makes his way to the front, followed by Kenny. So I mean, yeah, he's going to feel the pressure from Kenny. You know, Kenny's quick, but he's clean as well. So you wouldn't really.
Kenny's looking pretty intimidating, I'd say.
Yeah. And then Palm right behind them, so he'll be looking, hoping that the two front guys just make a slight mistake and bring it through.
Big drift from Palm in the background there.
Definitely working his tyres, getting some temperature in them.
Take a look there, so Joff in fourth, Gatapunk. We saw Gatapunk and Joff very close on pace. Billy and some of the guys there also. Volpeak's interesting, he's down in seventh. We might see him work his way through. They're just bunching up now on the straight.
See the free Genetas.
Tiger is ahead of one of the RX Light cars.
Yeah,
so
we did.
Also Rock.
And Rock as well. Yeah. We're aware. I think it was a good break by Whiston.
Yeah. Pretty much looking like they all kept position there.
Didn't see any smoke, so no one's drifting.
Yeah. Nobody's having fun just yet.
Yeah, nobody picks up them style points.
I think Volpeak's made his move there on Philly, so he's up into sixth. Callum also getting past Philly. Tiger also up, so Philly's made a mistake. He lost a couple positions there. Ooh, bit of a drift there from Volpeaks. He just loses a bit of speed, but look there, Tiger up into seventh. So he's the fastest Ginetta right now. Is Father the Rock not too far behind there in ninth. Remember, I think these guys probably off the start line, they struggle a bit because they don't have that acceleration. But I think once they get up to speed here, as long as they're not having to slow down too much,
yeah, they're definitely carrying the speed.
Right in it.
Yeah, looking good at the moment. I say this circuit, yeah, as you say, should suit them quite well.
Ooh, Rock's made a mistake though. He's dropped to 12th. Might have had a spin somewhere. But let's take a look. It almost looks like Tiger's looking to challenge Gatapunk as well soon. Just looking for a moment.
Keeps it tighter. Gonna be on the outside, but I did wonder whether he's gonna go for a switcheroo then. Send it up the inside.
The problem with that Ginetta is that obviously the acceleration out of corners is going to be worse. So he doesn't want to slow down, but when the guys are swapping their lines and stuff and he has to brake, that'll slow him down a bit, which makes it harder for him to pass.
Let's
take a quick look up here.
Yeah, I was going to say
Palm was up into second, but he's dropped to fourth. So something happened there.
Must have been close contact race.
Close there for second. You've got Kenny, Joff, Palm and Volpeaks all fighting for second right now. You can see Whiston though just pulled ahead. Maybe with a battle that's going on behind.
Volpeaks right onto the back as well. Palm sending
it from Palm. Ooh, Volpeaks just runs it a bit wide there, hits the wall. So close from these guys. But Whiston seems to still, he looks like he could be edging it even more forward there. He's just widening that gap ever so slightly. Don't know where he's going different to the rest of the guys.
Yeah, just keeping it consistent. I think Kenny's done a very slightly faster lap, but obviously just getting hounded by the pack. It's just allowed Whiston to break.
Big drift there. That would be you and me, I think, in this race. It's a lot of smoke. That would definitely be you and me in this race. So Whiston leading. Kenny's up into second now with that mistake off Palm. Joff in third. Volpeaks picked up a fourth. Gutterpunk's just pulled a bit of a gap there on Tiger, who was doing pretty well earlier. Let's see if he can close that down. I think with the space he should be able to, because he's got no one to break for now. He can just keep the... as I say, that commentator's curse runs it wide.
That's unfortunate. He was looking good, but...
So he drops down behind Philly and Palm. Philly in the silver car with the RFH on the side. Palm's looking for a moment here to overtake. I think he might try somewhere here. Super tight through there though. It's going up the inside. Oh, side by side. Can he hold it around the outside there? I think he might be able to. Big send. Awesome move there. I don't know why it swapped to Gutterpunk there. I didn't even click that button.
I can just see up at the front as well. I think Kenny is... he was just reeling in.
He does look like
Whiston.
He's closing the gap.
Mm.
He's much closer now. Obviously applying the pressure. They got one lap left to go.
This is where I can just see Whiston's car moving quite a bit now, so I wonder if he's warmed up, overheated his tyres a little bit.
Possibly. That's what I was also wondering, is something to do with tyres there, because he looks a bit looser than he was earlier.
Yeah,
and is that right Volpeaks looking for a move? Yeah, Volpeaks. I don't know why this cameraman stays on that corner so long, but Volpeaks there is just through on Joff, I think.
Runs around the outside.
Kenny really going to push hard. Oh, big drift from Whiston.
10 out of 10 for Smoke, and last lap he's letting it all hang out. I think he should have this. Oh, he's not. No, Kenny looking up the inside. This is going to be tight.
He's run it too wide.
No. Neck and neck. I can't call that.
I think he just held on to it. Just.
Jeez, that's close.
Crazy. So Volpeaks did get third. Joff got fourth. We got Gutterpunk fifth. He gives us a big drift there. And Palm, unfortunately, down to sixth after his mistake. Billy seventh. Tiger eighth. The first of the Janettas. I see something's happened to Wee Deadly there. He's crashed out, broken window. So Anna Senna will take 11th and Wee Deadly 12th. We seem to be missing a few, weren't we? Oh no, I think the 14 in the lobby is counting you and me. Yeah, okay, cool.
Epic race though. It's so close between them guys.
Yeah, I can't even begin to predict what the final race is going to look like.
Yeah.
It's looking close.
But the thing is now, Volpeaks has worked his way up there. He's in that third place now, so...
And this is what he did in the Red Bull Ring as well. Is he started off not so great in the qualifying. He had to work his way to the front, managed to do so, and then took it in the final race.
I was going to say, you look at his best lap as well. If he can bang out them consistently, he's really going to be hounding him. But epic race.
Yeah, so I don't know if we've scrolled through there yet.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
super close. I mean, look at that. It's between them top two.
And we like this track because we get some big drifts like we saw there at the end.
It's going to be.
I don't know if you've ever taken a supercar on this track. It's a wild ride.
I think we've had some sessions where we've took them round, the supercars.
Yeah.
But I think them guys will be quite happy as well that it is overcast. I know it's quite an abrasive track, I think, this, with the tyre wear. Whether that's helping.
Yeah, we also might see that be a big factor in the final race, because obviously the final race, we just lost Palm there. I'm just going to invite them back. But obviously the final race being a bit longer, tyres probably play quite a crucial role in that race.
Just find out where Palms disappear to. No load shedding scheduled?
Not that I know of for Palm. For me, I think I'm safe.
Okay.
Oof, he says his power just switched off but came back on. He says, can we give him a second to reconnect? Sure.
Sure we can. We can fill a gap, can't we? I mean,
yeah, we can talk
well, there's no sponsorship this year, so we're still diving into that.
Was there sponsorship any year?
No, we did. We had a couple. We had a couple. I had a couple of freebies. The best one that we had was the Italian sauce.
They didn't give us anything. So.
But no, I mean, I don't know what sort of sponsorship you'd have with a mixed kind of battle circuit like this. I mean, maybe certain brands. I'm sure that can spring to mind.
It's quite a popular series, this one. I'd say this and the Rally Fight is at the moment the most popular. I think part of that could be to do that it's a Monday. I think we might have a couple guys in Scorch if it wasn't on the day that that's on. So Monday seems to be the popular day.
It definitely does, doesn't it?
Sort of sucks we don't get more Mondays then, because I have a lot more in my head planned for championships. It's just you can't do them all at once. So,
we need to change it so there's 2 Mondays a week.
Yeah. It goes Monday, Wednesday.
I could do with a day in between. So yeah, if we go Monday, Tuesday, Monday, if we could do it that way. But yeah, it's. I saw the poll that we were kind of like people were taking and stuff. And Monday's definitely a highlighted night. Stands out, doesn't it? That everyone is more available.
Yeah. But yeah, big plans. If only things work out that we can do them, because it's always fun. A good championship.
Definitely with a good grid like this. We've got a 13 here, so we're still waiting on him. As we all know, it takes a while to load up the actual game, doesn't it, for everyone?
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer than other times. It's just the loading and stuff. We'll give them a few minutes. If anyone's watching that's not racing, or if you are racing and you're watching, just tell us how you think it's been going in the chat.
Yeah, it seems pretty quiet in the chat, doesn't it? It's not many people responding. I know in the Red Bull ring we had We had a famous driver there. I think it was Max Callum, was it? Max. Oh, Callum Verstappen.
Yeah, it was Callum Verstappen, but he drove a bit like Hamilton in that round. So.
Yeah. This time we've got to have a Carlos. As it's Carlos's kind of hometown. Who would you say?
Crash on turn 1 when you're leading.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it was his fault. It was somebody else's fault. So we're going to name
the fault of a Mercedes? Are you serious? When has Mercedes ever done anything wrong?
Well, they do. Race cars make mistakes, and you've got to own up to that. I've made many.
All I know is if it was in a Mercedes and it couldn't have been the driver, unless they're winning, then it's the driver.
It was the car's fault. The car had a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see here if he's winning.
So I think, just looking at it then, so not going on this weekend's results, but I'm going to name it Carlos Tiger Rock. Because he looked fast, and I think if he made that one mistake. That was your fault, because you commentated cursed him, so don't mention him.
It was my fault. I'd like to see, before this series is over, I'd like to see a Ginetta, and I feel like this is one of the tracks where the Ginetta could make it high up the ranks. I think he's got a chance here to make it like top 5. So let's see. Let's see if any of the Ginettas can do that tonight. We'll make it a goal for the Ginettas tonight. If you can get a top 5 position, you get driver of the day.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Overruled. It's not a voting thing tonight. Right, we need.
Yeah.
We need
only if they get a top 5.
Yeah. And you get some freebies in the post off our sponsor.
You get some air sponsored by Life. He says that the game's just loading, so hopefully. No, he says it's raining by him, so maybe something got wet. Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again. It'd be a pity to lose him again. He's been doing well. But yeah, guys, apologies for the wait. Should be going soon. So yeah, so what did we hear? So Joff just recovered from COVID, so that can be his excuse if he doesn't do well. As we've said a few times, as drivers like to get their excuses in early just in case. So let's just run through a couple excuses so that we can excuse people if they make mistakes. Volpeaks is getting sick, so maybe he's got COVID.
High temperature is
yeah. Callum is Callum, so that's his. Kenny doesn't make mistakes. He's a bot actually. So
I've heard he's not very good when he's drunk. I've heard. I didn't see it myself, but I heard that he raced once
but
drunk.
That's on the word of Callum. So I don't know if that's true. And then.
But we don't. We actually condemn drink driving, so in any form. So.
Yeah. We should start a drunk championship on Race Space.
Right. What else do we know about anyone else?
Don't know what else we can say. Philly, obviously, just a few races in, so pretty new. Yeah, I don't know. Punk likes to ride bicycles. Maybe that makes him forget how to ride something on 4 wheels sometimes. Who knows? It could. We got to milk these excuses.
I don't know enough about anyone else really to think. Well, we know Centre for Life. He's probably just. It could be the second time he's raced on his wheel.
Yeah, new wheel.
Yeah,
it's a good excuse.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the Ginetta guys being in a Ginetta could be their excuse. But we've got Palmer now, and he's thumbs up. So let's go, guys. Sorry for the wait.
I'm in commentary, so that's my excuse.
We should allow ourselves to be voted for driver of the day. I never win driver of the day because I never get to race.
Commentator of the day, and you can have it every time because
wouldn't be fair. It's a two-man job.
It's just not quite feeling it tonight.
Right, loading in race 2.
Right,
Callum's on the front. Yeah, I see what you mean there. His car's also askew.
Yeah, I was going to say it's about the only time Callum's on the front. Sorry, Callum. Do apologise for me, mate.
If we hadn't realised that the game does it automatically, I would have said, yeah, that looks about right for Callum pulling up to the line. Skew. No, we love him really.
He knows he can. He gives as good as he gets.
Yeah. And we got Joff there on the front, so he doesn't have many positions to swap there to get back into his position. Weston third, he just needs to pull to the front. Kenny also not too far, so the game pretty much getting them where they need to be. I think Wee Deadly, I didn't think he finished the last race. He had that accident, the spider-webbed window. Gutterpunk, he was sort of in the middle, I think middle front. Palm, obviously with his mistakes, I think he was around where Gutterpunk was, so we should see some good racing between those guys. Philly also wasn't doing too bad actually, and he made a mistake which dropped him down a few, but I think we can see some improvement from him as the races go on. Volpeaks, he's like the dark horse. Some races he's towards the back, and then sometimes he just is way quicker than anyone else. So let's keep an eye on him. And then Tiger is our Ginetta man to watch. Callum is gone.
Fired up somewhere.
He's gone. He's gone to a different track. I think he's in Snetterton or something.
Well, what? I've never seen a launch like it. What sort of launch control has he got? I think
he must
just
have been full lock to the left.
Yeah, I don't know whether he's on his wheel. Have you ever had that where your wheel is 360 wrong way and the game starts? You're just kind of like off-fired somewhere. But these guys just sorting themselves out now. Weston, Kenny, Volpeaks up front. Jeff,
a solid 3 at the front. Also, fourth is Joff. He's a guy that could win it. Gutterpunk also on the pace. Palm. It'd be nice to see Gutterpunk win. He sort of was robbed last season of a win when he ran out of fuel. So it'd be nice to see him back up front again. He hasn't quite made his way there though in the last races we've seen, but would be great to see him have a good run for it.
Oh, he's quick as well. Whenever I'm on track, he's always fast to race against, like so.
Yeah. No, he's definitely quick, but then obviously you've got these other guys that are like aliens. So it's not always easy. Sometimes you don't look as good as you are when you race against some of these guys.
Volpeaks already making a move.
Yeah. He might go around the outside here. This is what he did, I think, in the final in Red Bull Ring.
He's getting run off the track.
Yeah,
Weston held his line.
A little.
Good job though from Whiston to hold it, and Volpeek's up into second though. Joff just passed Kenny. So Kenny's dropped. Oh, Kenny made a mistake there. Where'd he go?
I don't know. I don't know whether they had a slight bit of contact because Joff's car went awfully sideways. And
look at Tiger, 5th place.
Oh no!
Big crash with Rock and oh, that's Kenny.
Yeah,
Kenny and Rock, massive accident. But so, as I was saying that, look who's in 5th.
Yeah,
Tiger.
Yeah.
He's taking our words to heart. He wants that driver of the day.
He's looking tasty as well. It starts off well.
He's looking for 4th there. He's going to take Joff here if Joff's not careful.
Pardon me. I was going to say, these guys bunching out. I know where Whiston and Volpeeks are having a good battle up at the front. I saw them nose to tail.
Palm up into 3rd.
Palm, yeah. It looks good with a Ginetta up with this front pack. Whiston holding on to it though. Volpeek's not being able to just
can't find a way through.
Past him.
So that's a big shame for Kenny.
Yeah, it's a big impact as well because high speed corner and just dragged him straight out to the fence. So he's going to have damage as well.
Look at his car. His car looks intact though. I think it was actually Rock that did all the spinning. He might be losing body parts. I don't even know if he's on track. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's missing his bonnet.
Yeah.
So he took, I think, the spin. I think Kenny, somehow they came together and it was actually Kenny's car that flipped him.
Oh no! Tiger just ran it onto the grass.
Oof. So he's dropped to 6th. That's unlucky. I reckon he's still got enough laps so he could possibly pull it back. He just got to keep it consistent. He's got some space to put in laps. Like I mentioned earlier, I think for him when he's in the pack it's a bit harder for him to make up time because he's got to do some braking. He can't drift his car.
These four now, nose to tail, they've really bunched up, haven't they? Now look at Volpeeks.
He holds it though, but he loses a few positions.
But it's a good save that was.
It was. Joff capitalizes. He's up into 2nd. On this corner, it seems that the cameraman just does his own thing. I don't even have to press anything. He just goes to whichever driver he feels. So Palm's looking again, but this time on the back of Joff.
This is drift
from the two teammates of Whiston and Joff, or Whiston and Palm there. Lots of smoke.
See Whiston's car moving around already onto lap 6, and I'd say his tyres are...
Joff's got him.
He has, yeah.
First place at the moment for Joff. Can he hold it? He's got the inside line going into this corner.
Was that 3 abreast going into that corner?
It looked like it. The cameraman doesn't want to show us, but Palm's come out in front. Has there been a collision? Palm's leading now. Joff down into 4th.
Palm just runs wide right now, but works for him.
Oof. He's taking that drift line, but to do so he starts a bit wide into a corner and then cuts back in. So sometimes just opening it up, he's got to be careful for someone slipping up the inside.
It's working well at the moment. He's just edged and Volpeek's right on the back of Whiston. Palm's going to be hoping that them two just trip over themselves and give him a little bit of breathing room. But
Tiger doing a good job still, but he's just in 6th place there.
Bit of a handbrake flick there from Palm.
Yeah, he likes to do it here. He goes wide. That's the perfect drift line.
Carries good speed through there as well.
Yeah. He's just got to be careful, I think, on the entry because he comes from wide. So if one of the guys slips their nose in, it could become an issue. But at the moment, he's doing a good job.
So them two teammates as well, aren't they?
Yeah,
Whiston and
teammates, Palm and Whiston. Ooh, Volpeaks, where's that speed come from? 3 wide. Oh, we're not going to get it because the cameraman sucks on this corner.
Oh,
Big
no.
crash, Palm. Volpeaks are off. Tiger up into 4th.
Oh. Two men's misfortune is...
And Joff is now leading again. There's been so many position changes in this race.
last lap as well, so looks like
Good
it could be
line
Joff.
there. Whiston trying hard. He's just going to try not overdrive there. I think Joff's going to get this one. And Tiger does this as for one better. He puts it in 4th if he can just hold on. That was amazing. So Joff
Tiger's
wins.
happy with
Second,
that.
Whiston. Gutterpunk, I think he'll be happy with the 3rd. Tiger 4th. He'll be like losing his mind. I think Silly 5th. Kenny 6th. Volpeak 7th. Callum 8th. Palm 9th. Wee Deadly is going to finish this one. He'll be 10th. Honest Sen has also lost some bodywork there. He'll be 11th. But Rock, oof. There's no car left on that car.
There's no car left on that car.
Yeah, there's nothing left. Look at it. There's just holes. It's just, it's a void on wheels.
Yeah, massive impact though on it between him and Kenny into that wall. It's
But crazy race, that one. So tons of action. This is why it's called Battle Circuit.
But yeah, Tiger's gonna be happy with that 4th place,
Yeah. And he gets to start the next one in 4th.
Yeah, so and I wonder if the tyre wear is going to come into his favour towards the end of the race as well. If he can hold that.
I reckon that these Janettas probably have better tyre management throughout the race because they're obviously not drifting as much.
Because we noticed a lot of the other lights, they definitely move around towards the end of them from lap 6, 7, 8, 9. Definitely
For
a
sure.
lot more slides and smoke.
So now I change it to 13 because it's a 12-lap race, but they have the formation lap. But do you think any of the guys checked the weather for this race? That is the question. Did they check?
You could drop a curveball in there and make it a 25-lap race.
Did you check the weather?
Did I check the weather?
Did you check it before the race on the calendar or the forecast?
No, to be fair, it doesn't bother me too much because I'm not racing, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like I get to enjoy the dryness of the commentary.
So, let's see what happens here. Think a lot of unhappy races.
That's quite an evil laugh.
Funny thing is, I quite enjoy the rain. I just never get to drive it. I have to watch everyone else drive it.
Yeah, and it's
What
light
were
rain.
Kenny and I? We were doing the scorch commentary the other day. We watched you guys race like the whole wet race. At the end, we both needed the toilet really bad. We were watching all the water on track.
It does get like that sometimes, especially when you're racing in it and windscreen wipers are going and stuff. But
yeah, so far the only toilet emergency I know that we've had in any championship was the Matsutsi one where he pulled into the pit. No one knew why. He did an extra pit. Turned out at the end it was a pee stop, not a pit stop. Alright, so Gutterpunk doesn't have to move much. He was in 3rd.
Joff
Joff won that one, so he just got to pull to the front. Volpeaks, he got to go a bit further back from where he is, I think. Whiston, where was he? Second. And then Tiger is the one who has to make up the most position changes here. He goes up to fourth.
It's going to be a drive to the front of the grid. That he's not going to mind. He's going to be get out the way, guys. I'm coming through. I start in fourth.
I wonder now if this isn't going to affect the Ginettas more than the lights, because the lights are all-wheel drive. Ginetta is rear-wheel drive. So I hope it isn't going to slow him down. But the forecast was there, unfortunately, and. Yeah, it's the weather does what it does.
Pre-planned forecast. It's you have to stick to rules, don't you? But it looks like, although it's raining, it looks like the sun is still out somewhere. There's a lot of shadows and stuff, so it's that mixed rain, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's still going to be a good grip.
It's light rain, so it's not heavy. It should be okay, but we've seen light rain can sometimes be heavy.
I think Callum had gone from a proper start then, but
not as veer to the left like he did in the previous.
Yeah. I'm going to be interested here to see them Ginettas.
That's really cool seeing a Ginetta starting from the front. I'm sure some of the other guys are shocked. They're like, what, a Ginetta?
But it does make it look small compared to a pack of the lights, doesn't it?
Yeah, they
just because it's low.
Also, the view out of their car, if they're racing in cockpit, must be quite difficult looking over these cars because you can't really see very well.
A lot of people have got the wipers on. I reckon
they're bunching up.
Ginetta's going to get an epic launch and be up the inside of him on turn one.
I don't know, I say this is where he struggles the most, because you won't have the acceleration here, so he's got to hope that he can just hold it to the first turn.
He's up into third.
Yeah, because if he keeps that line, he'll do a good job here.
Ooh,
crash behind him, that gutter punk and palm.
And that releases Kenny into fourth.
And it just gives Tiger a bit of space. The Tiger currently on a Ginetta up into third. That's the highest we've seen a Ginetta, I think, this whole series. Joff leading. You've got Whiston behind him. Tiger is all over the back of Whiston.
I couldn't even see the Ginetta there. But yeah, he's going with him. So epic to see. I'm not going to say anything. I think we shouldn't watch him, and then no commentator's curse.
So let's take a look. Kenny's closing that gap there. We've got Wee Deadly. Wee Deadly's up high too, fifth. I think he's doing good to be there. Callum not too far behind. Gutterpunk obviously with a bit of an accident earlier. He's a couple positions behind. We've got Palm in eighth. He was also involved in that accident, I think. Philly in ninth. Volpeak, something's happened to him. Maybe he got caught up in that accident too. He's missing a bumper. He's down in 10th. Senna is racing Rock at the moment at the back. So they're not having as much luck as their competitor Tiger, who's still in third.
And they've pulled away from Kenny, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think Kenny was a little bit closer than that before.
Big battle going on. To be honest, if the two guys ahead of him come together at all, I mean, he could end up slipping into the first place. And I reckon that Ginetta is probably going to be faster once it's released, because at the moment he's having to brake on the back of these guys.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't have the acceleration that they do. So
see these guys just sliding out wide.
He keeps it tight. Take a quick look at Palm. All over the back of Callum. I think he's... I think he thought about a move there, but backed out. Callum not giving him much space to make a move. Hugging that inside. Don't know what the cameraman's doing. It's trashed, obviously. Got the Punk. Got the Punk also missing. Oh, because he was in the accident, wasn't he?
So just saw in that shot then, and we've seen a little bit of him, but I think Paul was doing a lot better there. He's up into 10th on the centre for life. Yeah, and
yeah. Let's take a quick look there. He's got one of the RX light cars behind him, and then Rock struggling still. Hasn't had the most luck here.
Okay, so Whiston's just closing in on Jeff again.
He just can't seem to find a way through.
As I say, I think the biggest thing would be to let them guys battle in front and see if they just take each other wide and use that to your advantage.
Inside.
Especially with Kenny not being able to reel in Tiger as well yet.
Yeah. And it's also when you got Kenny on your display behind you, even if he's not quite breathing down your neck, it's enough to make you panic a little.
Yeah. Start making mistakes yourself, but hopefully,
he's doing a good job there.
Great job.
But Volpix has moved up a couple positions there. He's in 6th. I think he was down in 10th earlier. I'm really not sure what this cameraman is doing. Right, Palm with Volpix there behind him. Senna battle. Oh my goodness, this camera view is terrible. Palm gives it a big send there in the wet.
So I'm just going to point out, Tiger has got the fastest lap, the last one, only by a slight margin, but...
Oh, Whiston goes for a move. Whiston's up into 1st. Joff's taking it back though. Side by side, basically, these two up front. I think it's also helping Tiger just close the gap a bit. Whiston back into 1st. Both these two guys up front, I think, fighting for their first victory of this season.
Whiston has been looking strong, but Joff,
so is Joff.
Yeah, he's Whiston just seems to have that little bit of extra pace, but
can you imagine though if a Janetta takes a win, like amazing from Tiger.
Catching up with some back markers as well, so
yeah,
maybe they're going to come into
get my vote of the day, I can tell you that.
Well, we kind of said it was automatic.
Whiston, he seems like he might have pulled a bit of a gap on Joff now. Coming up on the back marker, it could slow them down a little, just bunch them up a bit more.
I was going to say there's
quite a few of them.
Yeah, there's 3 cars all together there. 3 wide. How'd you?
Oh, that's Senna, Rock, and We Deadly, I think, all taking each other out.
Yeah, it's not 3 wide anymore. It's...
Yeah. Oh, their cars are completely battered. So that's helped these 3 out front a bit there. They just cleared the track. Didn't have to clear that much space for them to come past. Let's see here quick. So Gutterpunk's on the back of Callum. showing exclamation marks here between Joff and Tiger, so this battle's still pretty close. Oof, look at this, the pace through there.
Definitely got a lot more pace, and I think Joff was using a lot of the curbs then, which I always think's a brave move to do in the wet. You know, the curbs get very slippy, but it rode with him, it dealt with him okay. But
I think also with it being the all-wheel drive, you can get away with it a little bit more.
I think if I was Tiger now in that Ginetta, I'd be putting my lights on. Then they know it means business. You know what I mean? It's. I know these guys are seasoned racers, but he's having a look. He's carries more pace for that.
Carries on this section. Yeah, he just needs to find a gap. That's the problem, because if he breaks, then he loses so much time. But if he can hold his speed through,
catching up with more back markers as well now. They just pulled out of the way.
Yeah, that's Philly now. I hope he sees that he's got a Ginetta there too, because that Ginetta he's come back in the line, so... Oh, I think the Ginetta's through now. Okay, cool. I think it did slow him down slightly though, so he's got one more lap now to put in the best lap he's ever done.
Weston does seem to be in control at the moment. Joff right on the back end of him now, so
yeah. Joff looking for
side by side.
He doesn't have much time left to. He's got to watch out there for Tiger as well.
He's looking for another lunge. He's got him. He's got him.
Oh no!
Out of fuel. Out of fuel.
So Tiger gonna take this.
Tiger's
and he carries more speed on that last turn. Come on, can he do it?
Come on.
Oh, what a race.
I think Josh's got this. He's oh no.
Tiger's looking.
What's going on?
Cameraman. What? No, cameraman.
I think Joff's got it.
Oh, cameraman
so close. So close. Yeah.
Tiger's second. I can't believe it. Kenny third. Palm fourth. Volpeak's fifth. Weston, unfortunately, everyone overtaking him now that he's lost. He doesn't have fuel, so Gutterpunk will take sixth. Who else? Callum's going to get him now as well. So that drops him even further. Callum will take seventh. I think Philly and these guys, they are a lap behind Weston, so Weston still will beat them, I think. But from first to eighth, because of no fuel. It's not the first time that's happened to someone, and I doubt it'll be the last. But always sad to see. But for Joff, it's happy days. Takes his first win this season. And Tiger taking second in a Ginetta is unbelievable. Challenging for the win.
That was awesome. Awesome drive, awesome race.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
And with the best lap time as well, Tiger. No, 48.6 Weston.
Insane. So I'm just saving my replay for that, and then have you scrolled?
Yeah, I'll scroll down.
Choff says once again he wins after the leader runs out of fuel. I think he was the one who benefited from Gutterpunk that time.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I think we're starting to see a trend here. Is Joff the one untightening the fuel cap before the race to make sure that...
Yeah, I think we're going to have to investigate him, aren't we? He always seems to be the beneficiary from person running out of fuel.
But yeah, that was intense. That was, I must say, I had a suspicion that Janetta could do okay here, but I didn't think it would be that competitive. That was insane. Really good drive from Tiger, showing us what that car can do. And also from the other guys to make it such a close race. There was a good bunch of guys there, just obviously some of them with a bit of not so much luck tonight. But for Joff, good job. And to everyone else that raced, great racing. For those that have been watching, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Cheers, everyone.
So.